What is up, everybody? It's your boy Chris Cage coming at you 2 times, and we have a weekly race video for y'all. Now, before we begin, feel free to check out the Sunflower Company. But what is the Sunflower Company, you may be asking? Well, I'm glad you asked. The Sunflower Company is a small business gift shop that's run and owned by my best friend Carissa Slazer. Over there, you'll be able to browse from a number of sunflower or non-sunflower themed items that you never thought you wanted until now. The link to her store will be in the description for y'all to check out if y'all are interested. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. We are back on this race course right here. Let's give you a preview of what it looks like if you haven't seen it before. I have described it in detail in last week's weekly race. I'll link it in the description if I feel like it. But this is how it looks. That is the major course. It's a very easy course. All you have to do is have the momentum to make it across. So here we have 16 ID cars that are going to try to attack this course and win. So far from our last group of cars, which were realistic cars, 7 out of 16 has made it across. So after we find out who makes it across this track, we're going to then join the other cars in a head-to-head course battle, where whoever has the most amount of cars that makes it across is the ultimate winner. So right now, it's time now for the 16-car course attack, part 2. Let's go. Time for the course attacking to begin. Here we have our first car getting ready. It is the HW50. Let it go. Oh, and he falls off right here. So this is where he's at. I have to place the marker right here. This is where he's fallen. So let's see if that won't happen again. Let her rip, or let her rip. Oh no, looks like we have an unusual spot for a car to fall on, and that is right here. So now it's time for the next car to get on the track. Up next, Nightburner. Let her rip. And he lands over here. There's a marker right there. One more shot. Let's see if he can do it. I got faith in you. Let's go. He just said, forget about that whole faith right there. Well, you know where you're going to be at. Right here. And now it's time to bring on the next challenger. Up next, we got ourselves the Howlin' Heat. Let's see what it can do. He lands right on top right here. So I'll make a mental note since I can't put it over here or over here at all. I could put over here. This is where he's at right here. Or matter of fact, I'll make a middle note. Why not? He made it right over here somewhere. So here we go. And this is where he's going to land. So I have to put him way over here so he doesn't budge the track. He made it all the way over there. So there you have it. Now it's time to bring on your next contender. Your next car is going to be Subaru BRZ Pandem. Let's race. Oh, he didn't make it. He ain't make it. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go right. You gotta go right over here. But he does have the momentum to do it. Can he do it this time? Let's see. Yeah. There you go. You just need a little bit of elbow grease. And there you go. Your first car to make it across. Time for the next competitor. I keep on saying compender. I don't know what's going on. Our next compender, since I keep on wanting to, since my mouth keeps wanting to say that, the Dodge Viper, or the SRT Viper GTSR. Let's see who will win. It had nice form, and he does it. Gets across easily. Now, I don't know what's up with this casting, but the Jaguar I-Pace E-Trophy has garnered a lot of attention from my subscribers, asking to see it in multiple versus races. They must really love this car. But let's see if it can attack this course. Got a lot of speed coming in. And he clears the track with ease. Third car so far out of 6. We go from a big boy to a mini boy in the Fiat 500e. Let her rip. Let's see if he can make it across. Sometimes short statue don't really do it that much. This is where it's going to be. Let's race. And it looks like he's going to be right about here. He's not going to be overtaking the Night Burner. But he's going to be dead last. Now it's time to bring the next contender onto the track. Next up, we got ourselves Stingrod 2, who failed to beat all the NASCARs in a previous weekly race. So let's see if he can successfully get across this course. Oh, wait a minute. He just jerked all the way over there. I gotta grab him here. I don't know what happened, I know what happened. I actually know what happened, but is he just way too fast? Let's see. Yep, he's way too fast. So we need a substitute. So we're going to substitute him with... How about a bone shaker this time? Or no, wait a minute. Let's see what we can find. Since he used up 2 shots already, we're just going to give this car one go. One major go. Let's see what he can do. This is where he's going to be. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that. But this is the car that's going to make it across the front, and now it's time to bring on the next challenger. Very rarely have to do that, but anything can happen on this race course. Coming up to the stage, a former Hot Wheels All-Out winner in the 15 Dodge Charger SRT with light bar and a raised chin. Let's go! And he made it right over there, right across the double yellows. That's a mental spot. That's a mental mind spot for me. I gotta remember that. Oh, he bested it a little bit, and he falls right back. So he was over here, which means he is behind. So here's how it goes. This is the one in front. This is the one right here. Behind and dead last. That's where the charge is going to be at, and it's time to bring on the next contender. Our next one is 15 Jaguar F-Type Project 7. Let's see if he got what it takes to win this race. Oh, he has a lot of energy there, and he made it across easily. Coming on to our next contender here. We got ourselves the, what is this car called? The GT Hunter. So let's see if he got what it takes to get it across the whole track. Right in the same spot where the Charger was. Since there's track there, I have to make a mental note there. Let's see if he can do it again. And it looks like it's gonna be slightly behind the Charger here. There's a big cluster building up right here, right in this corner here, as 5 cars cannot make it towards the inclining curve. Now it's time to bring on our next challenger that's coming on his way to the track. We got one of 2 Nissan GTRs on the track. Let's see what he can do. Yet another car that can't make it across. So he landed right over here. I know that much. So it's time to give him one more go. And the cluster continues to build. This time I'm going to put him underneath the track here. So there it is right there. 6th car that cannot make it across the first inclining curve there. It's proven to be a problem for these ID cars here. Time to bring on the next contender. From white to blue. Let's see if the blue one can do what the white one can't do. Yeah, that's a way better one. Got across the white part there, and he makes it across. You could have a tie right here. I don't know. Next up is the Tumbler Batmobile here. Let's see what he can do. I have no doubt that he can make it across. And he does it. Gets it across the white part. Becomes the 6th overall car to make it. It's 2 cars left. Let's see if he can tie them other cars, or these realistic cars here. Time to bring on the second to the last contender. Up next, 95 Mazda RX-7 Drift. Let's see what he can do. It should be a speedy car right here because he made it across with no failures whatsoever. Making it the 7th one to come across, which means it's up to the Porsche to give ID the advantage. Will the 918 do it, or will we have a dead tie for the first time ever? And we have an advantage right here. Look at that. Porsche done did it. Half on half. 8 cars made across. So there you have it right there. That's how many cars made across the course. So now it's time to bring on the other cars for a one-on-one course battle. How many cars can make it across if they can? Let's get it going. Time for the Realistic versus ID battle right now. Here are the cars all here together. About 15 cars made it. So now it's time to start things off with our ID car right here. This one failed at the first attempt and made it across the second attempt. So let's see if we can replicate it again. This is a course battle. He makes it across. Now it's time for Realistics to repeat it. Time for the Batmobile to get at it. And he doesn't do it. He makes it almost to the end here. Gonna give him one more shot. No markers this time. It's either make it across or you're out. And he makes it across. So far, 1-1, ID versus Realistics. Alright, Viper's on the track. No introductions. Let's go. And he does it. He makes it across right here. Time for Realistics to pop on. Alright, Toyota GR Supra. Let's go. Oh, he lost a little bit of momentum there. So, we gotta give him one more shot. And he does it, and he didn't make it again, so that means that he's the first car out. Now it's time for the I-Pace to do his thing. Makes it across and clears the track, too. Success right here. It's success to take a shot. Next car. Here you go. Time for the Golf to kill it. And he does it. Wins it for Team Realistics. We go from an we go from an I-Pace to a F-Type. Let's go. Gets off the track and clears it. Well, actually, clears the track. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. ID up. Realistics got 2. They got their secret weapon here, that Camaro. Let's go. And the Camaro makes it across. Now it's time to see if the GTR can do it. Oh, he doesn't make it across here. He gets one more shot. Yep, he doesn't make it across. So, first time for ID, their car, the GTR, is out of here. Up next, the Mitsubishi Evo. Let's see what it can do. You almost lost it over in that orange curve right there. This curve can knock cars silly if it wanted to. But yes, the Mitsubishi Evo ties things up now. Now we have the Tumbler Batmobile on the track. Let's see if it can succeed. Oh, it clipped something and it went all the way back here. One more shot. Can you do this? Let's see. If this car does not make it, then... Oh, man. I spoke too soon. This car is out of here. Which means that the Team Realistics has to succeed by having both of their cars, the Camaro and the NSX, come across, and the ID has to fail once in order to win. Or if not, we have a dead tie. And I don't know what we're going to do next, afterwards. Time to attack the track, Copo style. Uh-oh. This is devastating for them. Can they do it? Can he try to? Or whatever. Oh, wow, he barely makes it across there. I thought he lost it, and guess what? Look at this. Realistics is now leading. 5 successful cars and 2 ID cars that failed. Only 1 realistic car failed over here. Time for the next car to get on the track. Here we go. RX-7 Drift. Can he do it? And he makes it across. It's up to the NSX to see if he can win it all. And then after that, the pressure is on ID. Can he make it across? Let's see. He touched the white part, so he has done it. Which means severe pressure is on ID. Can their Porsche make it across? Or is it game over for them? Let's see what happens when the Porsche makes it onto the track. Can't believe I'm saying this, but this 19 has to do it, or else he fails it for his team. Good form. And, oh, wait a minute. Yes, he did do it. He done it. He done it. It is a tie. It is a dead tie. What do we do here? I'm thinking we should take the one that had the most problems of making it across and seeing if they can do it. Which means that I will take this car right here and this car right here, because those two had problems the first time around but made it across the second time around. Let's see what they can do. It is one shot only, sudden death. All right, now, can the Cobalt Camaro do this? Uh-oh, this is not looking good for them. Oh no, the Cobalt Camaro didn't do it. Which means, in a loss to the sudden death round, Team ID managed to pull it off as they were the successful group on this race course today in this weekly race. What an upset. What an upset indeed. It was a tie, and then a tiebreaker was the one that killed the momentum for this Cobalt Camaro right here today. But still, what an effort by them. 7 cars made it, and they had 8, but they lost 2. But after the tiebreaker run, they managed to still get the job done today in this weekly race, the final one in the month of August. And that'll do it for today's weekly race. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. If you want me to do more race courses, let me know, and then I will try to do my best to make them happen. If you are brand new watching this, be sure you subscribe and also turn on the notifications bell as well. It's your boy Chris Cage. I'm coming at you 2 times, and we will see you at the next video. Take care.